In this video, we'll be looking at the command Rebase and digging a bit deeper in its details. When we're working in Git in multiple branches, we as a rule have several options of merging and synchronizing these branches with each other. The first option, the one we already looked at, is a merge. So we can perform either a fast-forward merge or a non-fast-forward merge, which results in creating a commit. But there is another interesting option, which is called Rebase. Let's take a look at it using the following example. Imagine the following situation. We have a master which contains 3 commits, and the head obviously is pointing to the very last one. And from the master we've got this protein tissue branch which has 2 more commits. So what happens here? Some developers continue committing to the master, meaning that there are people who continue making some useful changes in the master, which results in commits D and E. And here I'm working in the feature branch where I have commits 1 and 2. I don't want to merge my code with the master yet because I'm not done with my feature yet. I need 2 or 3 more commits to finish my work, so I'm not yet ready to do the merge. But I really want to see what the other developers have done and grab their useful features and add them to my branch. This can be done with a curious command called Rebase. We take the pointer from commit C, meaning commit number 1 is referencing commit C, and it's direct child commit. So we simply take this pointer and move it from commit C to commit E. And here's what happens. So Rebase means changing the base, which is why it's called Rebase. We simply decided to switch our base, and instead of commit C we used commit E. And now in my history, in my long train of the feature branch, we've got not only history looking like ABC12, but we've also got ABCD and E, including my commits 1 and 2. This is basically the main trick you can use to synchronize some of your local branches with the upstream, meaning the major branch we've branched off from. But here we have one really interesting moment, which is definitely worth mentioning. This is when you should not perform a Rebase. The so-called golden rule of Rebase. It works well only in one way. Our local branch, the one that only we're using and nobody else, we simply took and moved the pointer a little bit. That way we slightly altered the commit history in this branch. So instead of ABC12, we now have ABCDE12. It's just a little trick we pulled. But if we tried pulling the same trick in the master branch and tried to slide in our commits from the feature branch, performing a sort of reversed action, then we would be changing someone else's history as well. We would be altering the public history. Only small local branches can be rebased, meaning only the branches used by one developer or some feature branches that were branched off of some bigger ones, for example, the master or developer. But you should not, under any circumstances, rebase major branches such as the master, because they constantly have people working in them. So imagine if we had a neat looking history of A, B, C, D, and E, and then suddenly between C and D there are commits 1 and 2 popping up. Here we can run into the issue where the people that have a stable history and that, well, did not receive any commits from above, the history didn't continue moving forward, but instead something barked into the middle of the stream of commits, and that's just not nice at all. What problems could be caused by popping up in the middle like that? The history can be non-linear. That means we can have commits running on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and the commits that were done in the feature branch could have been done on Wednesday. So on Wednesday we branched out, threw some changes in quickly, and then rebased back in there. So we can have non-linear history in the sense that some commits could have been performed on Friday. So as a result we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, then Thursday, and then Friday. And the main issue here is that we are intruding into our people history and we are basically corrupting it. Therefore, the golden rule of rebasing: do not rebase public branches. You only should rebase your own small feature branches.